Hey everyone, this is Peter McPhail with Lifestyle Properties of Maine. Today I am in the town of Dedham, Maine. Dedham has a population of about 1,600 people, and historically it was incorporated in 1837, was one of the largest towns in Hancock County until it conceded some land to Brewer in 1841, and then again to the city of Ellsworth in 1857. But it's a neat little town, 1,600 people, as I said, 20 minutes to Ellsworth to the east, and then 30 minutes to Bangor and Bangor International Airport to the west. We're looking at a gorgeous 800-acre property today with 4,000 feet on Jellison Brook. If you're not looking for 800 acres, we do have some smaller options available, so we'll head over and take a look at that. But I am on the deck here at the Lucerne Inn, which is listed on the National Register Historic Site. It's a 200-year-old inn, has some fine dining here, beautiful views. We're just minutes from the property. There's 31 rooms here. Actually, if you haven't eaten here or stayed here, highly recommend it. And then across the street is the Lucerne Country Club, which was listed as one of the best 9-hole golf courses in Golf Digest. So the views here are spectacular. But let's head over to the property and take a look. So we're just coming on to Jellison Hill Road, the beginning of the subdivision lots. And right here is lot number 32. And as you can see, there is a driveway roughed in. Power is to all the lots. There's the beginnings of a driveway here. And then across the road, we have lot number 53. Again, you've got a driveway roughed in on it. Some nice pine. The majority of the lot is, these lots are all hardwood. But this is in an area of some really nice homes. Let's head further into the subdivision so you guys can get a better look at the other lots. Continuing in Jellison Hill Road, the subdivision lots are on both sides of the road. We just came by lot number 33. On our right is lot number 52. And then 34 is on the left. And then coming around this corner, so the current owner has installed all the utility poles and electric line. Come around this corner here, just went by lot 35. But we will be coming up to the fire retention pond, and that's going to be on the right hand side. But you'll see a nice mixture of some red pine, Norway pine, a lot of white birch trees, yellow birch, aspen. On the right here is the fire retention pond. Let's continue further into the subdivision. So these lots now can be sold as is. The town will not maintain the road, so you would have to form an association here. But as you can see, lot 48 is on the right. Let's get out. I want to show you the driveway, just the beginning of the driveway on that. Let's go take a look. This is such a peaceful subdivision, so quiet up in here. So this is lot number 48. And again, you've got just the beginnings of the driveway put on the lot. Somebody would just have to figure out where they want to build and extend the driveway to their building site. But in this particular lot, we've got some ash trees, beautiful ash trees, some maple, tour maples in here. And this is the second week of May coming up. But look at these maple trees. Somebody could have a nice little sugar bush here. Build your house and tap some trees for maple syrup would be fun. Leaves are just starting to pop. Another week, they'll be out in full. All the survey pins are in. And let's head a little bit further up the road. So on the right is lot number 47. And then on my left is lot 38. And we're starting to pick up some pretty good elevation change. Lot 38 has some nice topography to it. Would lend itself to a nice daylight foundation. And I think you'd have some views looking to the east. And again, we got a lot of beech trees, white birch, and some maple mixed in here. It's just a pretty mix. Now we're getting close to the end of the subdivision on Jellison Hill. And on Jellison Hill, we've got 23 lots. And then over on Grandview, we have 5 subdivision lots left. So as you'll see coming up here, there's a green gate, and that takes us off the subdivision into the back 700 acres. So the subdivision makes up about 95 acres. And then in the back, we have 700 plus acres. So this is lot 43 on my left. So let's go through the gate. I want to show you guys Jellison Brook, a beautiful spot here on this property. So as we come through the gate here, the road's going to fork, and I'll show you where we're at on the map. And we're going to take the right fork down to Jellison Brook. And just jumped a moose in here. I don't see him, but fresh tracks right in the road. I think he heard me coming. Went off the road here, but let's head down to the brook. You can get to see that, and then we'll head to the far. Oh, there's a partridge in the road. I don't know if you can see that. Let me try to zoom in on him. Yep, going across the road right there. Look at him go. Probably has some chicks. Oh, there's another one. There's actually 2. Pretty cool. We're coming up on the brook now. Pretty forest in here. We're getting into some old growth hemlock along the stream. It's a pretty spot. All right, let's hop out and take a look. Welcome to Jellison Brook, everyone. What a beautiful spot. Nice old growth forest here. And this brook meanders through the property. Great place to hike. I forgot my fishing pole today, guys. I probably would have caught some brook trout. But you've got some old spruce in here, real old hemlock. Just a very peaceful spot. I don't know if you guys can see how crystal clear this Jellison Brook water is. It looks like glacier. It came right from the glacier. It is gorgeous. I wanted to share a little bit more of this, how pretty it is in here. Let's continue down the brook a little bit so you get a better idea. I would pitch myself a screen tent down here and just take a nap and maybe enjoy a nice book. The moss-covered banks here, the river stones. It is a beautiful spot. We'll call this Jellison Brook Sanctuary in here. So we are approaching the northeast boundary of the property. And as we do so, we are continuing to gain elevation. So we're across Jellison Brook, gaining more in elevation. I can tell you that there would be some spots up here with some nice views looking to the east. So we came back to the gate, and we took the left fork just after the gate. And this road here will take us up to the center of the northern line. So when we get up to that northern line, half of the property will be to the west, half to the east. And again, we're still gaining elevation here, so you'd have some really nice views. Off to my right, I would say not even 100 yards, we're kind of paralleling Jellison Brook, flowing off to the right here. So let's continue on up to the northern line. Some kind of neat feature here. We got a lot of hardwoods, but somebody has come through and planted Norway pines along the road. Every once in a while you hit these patches of Norway pines that are beautiful. We're at about 460 feet of elevation. When we get to the north line, the center of that north line, we're gonna be right around 600 feet of elevation, so we're gaining pretty quick here. But it is a pretty forest, pretty area, and I can tell you there's gonna be some nice views here. There already is nice views. You probably just have to cut a few trees, that's all. Let's see what we have when we hit this north line. Beautiful spot. The road here, good gravel base to it. Got some clover growing. I've seen some wild strawberries growing up along the edge of the road. And then there's portions of this where there's raspberries and blackberries, so game would be abundant. I've seen moose tracks, I've seen deer tracks, a bunch of clover right here and strawberry plants. So we are approaching the north center of the north line, and I've seen some beech trees in here. Traditionally in the state of Maine, our beech trees, we've got some of them are quite diseased. They got a blistering, the bark's all blistered up. But I've seen some of the healthiest beech trees in the state in here. A nice smooth bark to them. I'll stop and maybe get a shot of that for you. But we are at the north line, center of the north line. This is the end of it. I'm gonna get turned around. And it is just, what a beautiful property. If you guys are enjoying this video, I wish you could be here in person. Come up and take a look at this. Absolutely gorgeous property. So at the center of the north line, I just hopped out to stretch my legs a little bit, and here it is, almost 8:30 in the morning. And I heard a hoot owl off in the distance. It's like, man, he's a late riser, huh? Should be sleeping in on a sunny day like this. Pretty spot here at the end of the property. Great elevation. Again, this is 600 feet, and into the property, it continues up quite a bit more. I bet you up this hill here, I bet you're gonna gain another 40 or 50 feet of elevation change. So right now we're gonna head back, and I'm gonna take you up the Grandview side of the property to see there's 5 subdivision lots over there. Let's go take a look at those. So I'm turning off from Jellison Hill Road, and we are heading up Grandview Drive, and it's just an area of really beautiful homes. And again, up here on Grandview Drive, we get some good elevation, looking off to the southeast, out towards Green Lake, and looking down towards Bar Harbor, Ellsworth area. Just the scenery here is beautiful, really beautiful. So if you're looking for a great land investment and maybe a place to build your vacation home in Maine or your retirement home in Maine, I can't think of a better spot here in Dedham. So we'll be up to these lots here shortly. Stop and take a look at those for you. So we're on Grandview Ave now. This is the first lot that you would come to. Let's just walk in the driveway. So Grandview Avenue, this has been, as you've seen some of the houses coming in, this is where the houses have been built. There's been really not much development over on the Jellison Hill side. So that leaves that wide open for you to choose where you want to put your home. So the driveway is in here. All right, let's head further in. Take another look at the other side here. So we're getting close to the end of the lots on Grandview. We've got a couple left here, but I want to stop at this one too. This is a pretty lot with a driveway in on it. Stop and take a look at this one as well. So we've got an opening cleared with a driveway. Quiet area. And then I'll show you the view looking across, grand view. So I wanted to show you this beech tree here. Has these blisters on it. It'll still grow. You can still use it for firewood. It's just not real appealing to the eye, and it stunts its growth some. Now about 10 feet from that blistered up tree, nice smooth bark beech right here. So this one has some healthy genes to it. So it's going to grow taller, bigger tree. So this is the last lot in on Grandview. This is lot number 21. We've got a driveway that comes in and it just winds in here. And we're dealing with just a hardwood forest in here. White birch, beech, some cherry trees in here. This is a pretty spot. So we are at the end of Grandview, and there's a gate here. We do not have deeded access through this section here to get to the west side of the property. There's a gentleman by the name of Mr. Sear that owns this. It's about an 80-some-odd acre lot, and he basically just uses it to cut firewood. He gets his exercise that way and enjoys it. But he's given us verbal permission to come through. So I will hike you over to the west side. But there's plenty of land on the east side over by Jellison Brook, over in that area that you could build whatever you want. And this would just be your sanctuary to come out and watch the wildlife and hike and just enjoy it. You could build a connector road over to it. When I took you up to the north line, the center of the north line, you could build a road through there if you had any desire to. I think you could easily build over time, build an ATV trail, hiking trail through there. But I'm gonna get my exercise this morning because elevation, pretty good elevation change here. So let's head further in. Maybe I'll find a moose for you guys today. On the west side of the property, we have almost a 600-foot elevation change from the southwest at 200 feet above sea level, all the way up to the northwest, which hits 780 feet above sea level. And I'm a little bit out of breath, as you can tell, but you have some amazing views over here. I think if you just utilize this as a recreational area, build your house on one of the lots, have some lots for your kids, grandkids, be a nice legacy to leave to your family. Okay, we have reached the end of the road at the northwest corner of the property. About 680 feet of elevation. And I think you could have some wind power up here. You certainly could have some solar. You'd be at the end of the road all by yourself. And I believe there's a spring coming out of the side of the mountain up here. Because just before I got to the end here of the road, there was a flow running across the road. There appears to be a spring flowing out of the mountainside here. I'm guessing this is a spring because snow's been gone for quite some time. And we haven't had a lot of rain here lately. Come down from the northwest corner at 680 feet, now down to 580 feet, and you have a brook flowing here. And in the last clip when I was talking about a spring coming off the mountain up there, I got to believe this is just a continuance of that flowing down the mountain here. And I'm assuming it probably will dry up quite a bit, if not completely in the summertime, late summer. But it is a pretty spot here as well. This is the last section of road on the west side of the property. This stretch of road you'll see on the map heads almost due south, and the elevation changes here roughly 560, and then get to the end of the road here is I think down to about 300 feet above sea level.
Certainly have some pretty views. And I am walking on a field of wild strawberries right here. Mid-end of summer, be a nice crop of strawberries here.
Joining me today, folks, on this 800 acres in Dedham. We're just finishing up here on the shores of Phillips Lake, so you can get an idea how beautiful a spot this is. But just to recap, the property is within minutes of Jenkins Beach and Green Lake. Green Lake is a 3,300 acre lake with salmon fishing, trout fishing, good swimming. The property, the 801 acres, you could buy that in its entirety for $859,000. Or if you didn't want all of that, and part of the 800 acres is a 28 lot subdivision. So we could break out the subdivision and then you could just buy 700 acres for $450,000. But in my opinion, if you bought everything, you could sell off the subdivision lots and that would pay for the land and you'd have 700 acres to boot. So I'm going to put in the links below, our interactive map, and I do have a list of the taxes on the property because each lot is taxed separately. Reach out to me and we will send you whatever information you need. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. This has been Peter McPhail with Lifestyle Properties in Maine. We'll see you again real soon.